All right, so I had to talk about this William McNeil Jr.'s arrest footage. I know that viral video is going around and stuff with the black guy getting arrested and getting punched in the face and having his window smashed in, right? All right, so I got a clip that was sent to me, right? Just, I think it was like 30 seconds long or some shit like that of him just getting his window smashed in, and, you know, y'all see the whole thing and stuff, right? So I posted it. You know, I don't think two shits about it. You always get the dumb people, hey, post the whole thing and shit, you know? Google is free, all right? Google is free. If there's a longer clip, Google, yeah. With that being said, right, now the body cam footages came out, right? And at first, you know, I was on the side of, you know, the black guy, right? Because I was just like, man, that's some fucked up shit. They punched his ass in his face and all of that stuff, right? But I'm always apprehensive because, you know, I've seen past shit where it turns out the criminal, the perp, right, was in the wrong and the police were actually in the right. So what do you know? So you see the body footage, the body cam footage, and you see that the cop approached him, gave him numerous opportunities to comply, right? And then they even explained that the law in, you know, Florida is that you have to have your headlights on during like rain or cloudy or foggy or something like that. And that he didn't have his seatbelt on or something like that. People are gonna be like, well, how do you know he didn't have his seatbelt on? Yeah, if his windows are tinted. Well, you can still see at the front, right? The front windows are never supposed to be tinted. So you probably saw that, right? Anyway, so the guy opens the door. He's talking to a police officer. And the police officer telling him, okay, look, you're under arrest. He's telling him, he's giving him opportunity to comply, just show your driver's license, blah, 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 all of that shit. The guy refuses, shuts his door. The cop still gives him an opportunity. He's telling him, hey, look, man, we're going to bust your window down if you don't step out the car, right? You're under arrest, blah, 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 all of that stuff. And then you see, then we get to their, all the shit happen, right? Punch in the face, glass, you know, his window gets broken in and he gets drugged out and stuff. And yeah. And now he's a victim, right? It was the evil police officers and shit, the racist cops and shit. Even though you got black cops there too whooping his ass and shit, right? Just saying. All could have been avoided if he would have just complied. But he chose not to, so he fucked around and he found out. Some people are gonna be like, well, it doesn't matter, the police officers are evil and shit. Yeah, there's some bad cops, right? But there's also some good cops. Just like there's bad judges, there's bad fucking teachers, all kinds of stuff. But there's also good teachers, good judges, all of that stuff, right? But the whole thing could have been avoided if he would have just complied. If he would have just complied. You know, he's got a lawsuit pending and stuff, so I don't think he's going to get shit for it, right? And if you still think the police officers are in the wrong for doing what they did, maybe the punch to the face, I don't know. But then, you know what? If I gave you numerous warnings and who knows, and then you find out he had a knife right next to him and shit on the floor. So, I mean, fuck, man. You draw your conclusion, man. You draw your opinion and stuff. I know what I would have done in that situation. Yes, sir, no, sir, here's my driver's license, and I would have been back home and stuff, right? And if I was still upset that I was stopped unjustly, guess what? I would have been at the courthouse fighting that shit, writing up a report against the police officer. Anyway, stay blessed, y'all.